Each year, Lefand are proud to hold the annual Building and Property Summit, which is a community-driven event attracting businesses from all facets of the property industry and beyond. Last May, we had captured an audience of 600 guests at a red carpet VIP event that was also endorsed by respective associations and Chamber of Commerce. This amazing event recognises icons within the building and property industry who have made a significant impact in infrastructure and smart technologies, as well as making a meaningful difference to our respective community. This summit gives us the opportunity to present such individuals with the Icons of Property Award. This year, our annual Building and Property Summit was due to take place Friday the 15th of May at Port Signorelli's Dolden House Jones Bay Wharf venue. In light of the government advice limiting mass gatherings and due to what's happening around us in the world today, the event will now take place, when possible, in 2021. Lefand will bring together VIPs, celebrities and all the major stakeholders in our industry once again. This, though, did not stop us with the judging of our prestigious award, and we proceeded as scheduled. We're here today to acknowledge an honourable person who has pushed the boundaries, has over 50 years experience and has delivered over 1,000 projects that span the length and width of all of Australia. Some include national landmark destinations and internationally in America, Canada, Fiji and Malaysia. Most notably, he is responsible for the development and restoration of a number of significant Australian sites, including King Street Wharf, Finger Wharf, Broadway Shopping Centre and Rhodes Waterside Shopping Centre in Sydney. He has a project pipeline of $25 billion worth of work, delivering 40,000 lots across our many communities, 11,000 commercial towers, 25,000 dwellings in Malaysia and 6,000 apartments in Australia alone. A great example is Parramatta Square, which is a $3.2 billion development accommodating 35,000 workers by 2022, which will continue to position the 3.5 hectare precinct as an attractive entertainment, dining and workspace destination in what will become Sydney's second CBD. Lang Walker started the company in the 1960s with his father Alex as an earth-moving excavation contractor to now being Walker Corporation. They are proud to be Australia's largest private diversified development company, being fully owned and operated by the high-profile co-founder and chairman himself, Mr. Lang Walker. Walker Corporation is one of a few developers with expertise across all areas of the property spectrum, from residential through to master plan communities, retail, commercial, industrial and resort living. What is most important to them is that they serve their respective communities well, incorporating leading-edge engineering, technology and ecologically sustainable development practices. Lang Walker has come out on top of two major recessions, and his passion, enthusiasm and natural intuition for property development are undeniable. Lang is at the helm, leading his highly experienced team. His eye for detail brings precision and practicality to all aspects of business, with his passion and enthusiasm for the development being apparent in everything they do. Lang personally supports a range of charities via the Walker Family Foundation, including the Children's Hospital at Westmead and the Property Industry Foundation. The Lang Walker family and Western Sydney University have also come together to strengthen education and medical research for Sydney's southwest. He lives for the challenge of transforming places, and with all the achievements and making a difference, in 2015, Lang was awarded an Order of Australia Officer for his varied and continued philanthropic efforts. If available, it would be an honour to have Mr. Lang Walker to our event in 2021 to hear his amazing story. We are also privileged to have Mr. Walker currently in our presence today, and we want to acknowledge him with the attention that he deserves for the contributions he has made not only in the property industry but also to our amazing communities. Without further ado, and in conjunction with the people in our fellow industry, we at Lefand present you Mr. Lang Walker as our Icons of Property inductee for 2020.
Well, thank you very much, Philip. I'm greatly honoured to receive this award today, and it's been 50 years in the making. It's been a long, hard journey, and you can probably see from a few scratches and bruises and scrapes here and there. It's been a long 50 years in the property industry. Over that period of time, as Philip had mentioned, we've been across all the market sectors and particularly in all the states, and that's given us a very good matrix for risk, where one state's doing one thing residentially and another state's doing something different industrially. So, from that point of view, it's been, it's sort of mitigating risk right across the board, and really over that period of time, we've taken on something like 1,000 projects that have taken all sorts of different forms and shapes, and one of the interesting things is that we've really taken on a lot of difficult projects that others really don't take on or don't see the opportunity. We've sort of obviously seen opportunities, and we've taken them on. A lot of those go with risk, but how you mitigate the risk is very, 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 very important. So it's a great honour to receive this today. Thank you very much. Some of the international projects that we've done, as well as being across all the states, are a major project in Johor Bahru in Malaysia. We have something like a pipeline of 40,000 dwellings currently, and it's right across the causeway from Singapore. Very much a Singapore play that we're working there, and we have 4 projects currently underway in Johor Bahru. But some of the, as you mentioned before, Philip, some of the iconic projects that we've tackled in Sydney and Australia is the Finger Wharf at Woolloomooloo. Very, very difficult project, and very rewarding once that was finished. Actually, the success of that really led us into the government awarding King Street Wharf to us, and that has been at the time we're talking about 20 odd years ago, and that was at the time a huge success as well. Probably around about that time we took on student accommodation up at Broadway, where we started with Uni Lodge, and Uni Lodge was the first project there, the largest strata title ever registered in New South Wales. It was, I think, 660 strata title units, and having started at Uni Lodge, that became a huge success, and we rolled that out in Victoria and Brisbane as well. Later on, we sold out of that. Then we went on to develop the Broadway shopping centre that became a very, very successful shopping centre retail outlet that at the time, and even still recently, is one of the highest ranking sales per square metre of any shopping centre in Australia. So other projects that have been quite notable were the Rhodes Peninsula. In fact, Rhodes was very much probably the most contaminated site in the country, from Agent Orange being manufactured there during the Vietnam War to the Glad factory, the ICI chemicals. You had Burgess paint, and we tackled that project into, we call ourselves, I guess, placemakers rather than developers, and we transformed that whole peninsula into what it is today, where we had 50,000 metres of retail. We managed to get an IKEA, which I went personally to Sweden and signed up. From there we had 50,000 metres of commercial, which actually complemented the other commercial towers that we did on the eastern side of the railway line. From there, that led into the rest of the residential, and if you look at it today, 20 years on, it's a massive success. The last few years, Collins Square, which is certainly the largest commercial project in Melbourne, in Victoria. It's 250,000 square metres. 35,000 people work in the complex every day, and Walker Corp still retain ownership of that. And that centre is fully leased, and even during this period of coronavirus, we've sort of managed to keep all the tenants and keep everyone working together to a happy and worthwhile outcome. I guess the other two projects in the commercial world right at the moment is Parramatta Square. That's really Sydney's second CBD, and that's roughly the same size as Collins Square, 250,000 square metres, and the first two buildings are finished, open and fully leased. The second two, the last two towers are very much, they're going to be finished in 2022, and that's the combination of those two towers, the largest commercial undertaking in Australia at the moment. That last PS 6 and 8, they're 70% pre-leased at the moment. So that's transforming that whole Western Sydney area into a second CBD. Festival Square in Adelaide, we have a wonderful site there, right on the river behind Parliament House, and it's very much underway. That's due for completion the first part of 2022. Going forward, I guess we've changed track a little bit, and we've become more of an investment as well as a placemaking development company. And with the commercial projects that we have developed and still own, by the end of 22, we'll have, I think it's close to $9 billion worth of commercial assets that are income producing to the group. And then I guess the other period, the other area that's very important is our development pipeline. And that sort of totals almost $18 billion. The numbers have changed a little bit, Philip, but there's some ups and downs. But over the next 15 years, there's roughly 18 billion of new pipeline. So we're still very, very busy, very active. And I guess our motto really is vision to reality. Find something difficult, and we're the people to talk to about how do we work through all the difficult areas. You can only do that, of course, with a great team. We've had a fabulous team for probably the average age or term of employment is around about 18 years to most of our employees. So we're very flat structured, and the team is really our strength. So once again, thanks very much for this award. I really appreciate it. Thank you.